It's just like, well, I'm not gonna. This money ain't gonna go with me. So
You wouldn't be able to handle Atlanta then.
no, like no, absolutely not. But it was fun, man.
Man, do you think Christina Ricci's butthole is brown?
Yeah, she seems like she just seems dirty, Steve.
Yeah. Harry, you think her butthole's hairy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think
like
her
that
armpits are
one.
hairy too.
And I kind of hope they're not. I would like to think her armpits are shaved, but her cooter and her butthole is hairy and her butthole is brown. That's what I'm hoping.
You hope it's hairy?
I hope like it would help for my wet dreams. Yes, I'm 40 plus and I'm still having wet dreams.
Nighttime nocturnal emissions, Steve. Can I be
Nocturnal
honest? Like,
emissions.
can I just be fully transparent with you and the audience? As even as like a horny kid, never had one of those. Not once in my life, Steve. That's my
Oh,
T's just not up. But I mean, I don't get why you want the butthole to be hairy, other than maybe just to like help clear out the remnants, keep
it's
it like
dope.
you just
It's because
it's hard to,
because it is dirty. It's nasty.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I
armpit
mean,
hair, that's where I draw the line. But coochies and assholes, I
what if it's
welcome.
one of those situations where it's like full she's been in a cult for 6 months, she's been in the country, no access to a razor, so she's got like a full wraparound. She's got a whole nappy, just
Dugout,
everything, you know?
nappy dugout, and get stuck out.
um I'd prefer it less. I prefer maybe hairless myself. That's just
Mm.
my thing, because then you don't get the little
Persian,
giblets.
you want the Persian cat?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to keep it just pristine. So, is it what you said? Probably. But I do think you're going to deal with some armpit hair. And to be honest with you, I'm not into it. I'm glad my wife's not into it, but I could see a certain time and place. Christina Ricci cross paths with me in a different lifetime, and she's got hairy armpits. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to just go with it. Steve. You never know.
I don't want to ask for too much. As long as her booty hole's brown, the best chicks have brown booty holes.
I think we can just that's a lock. That's just a lock, Steve. That's a Chris
Yeah.
Berman lock. If we're betting on this in Las Vegas right now, you're not going to win much, but you're probably going to win, you know? And
So you
Christina
don't.
Ricci, if you're out here listening, this isn't a disrespect. Please, by all means, we'd love to know. Like, give us the information that Steve wants to know. I think inquiring minds, just in general, want to know this.
Happened in the 90s was streamed before a live studio audience.
Yeah.
This is Steve G and Mad G with Happened in the 90s, a show where we talk about what happened in the 90s. So get out your Rob Van Dam posters and your What About Bob tapes, because you should be getting it. Get it while the getting is good. Get it while you can. You should be getting it. Get it while the getting is good. You should be getting it. Get it while the getting is good. You should be.
Yeah. Nasty.
Well, today, my friend, we're talking all things May 21st in the 90s. Bitch! Starting off in 1990, CBS is airing the final episode of Newhart. 8 seasons, 184 episodes, Matt.
Loved Bob Newhart, Steve.
Old and new.
I'll take it all, honestly. Loved
Oh,
it. Loved it as a kid. And I mean, I don't, that shows you how funny this dude was. A little kid watching this with my parents and just digging it. I liked his goofy friend, a little bit more in this. You know what I'm talking about.
the character actor, you've seen him in a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. I can't recall that guy's name, but
Tom Poston, who's from Columbus, Ohio.
what?
Yes.
Post dog? Is he still with us? God bless.
Tom Poston left us in 2007 at the age of 85.
Well, if he's got a memorial in Columbus, Steve, I'm gonna go put some flowers on it because love me some Tom Poston.
with Daryl and Daryl.
And this famous finale, Steve,
This is
created
one of
almost like a thing. Like I feel like what they did in this, maybe it had been done before, but like this is like it's almost a hack joke to reference this as like it was all a dream episodes, you know.
It is, man.
Oh,
And was it top 5 like seen or watched finale like Seinfeld was? Probably not, but it's definitely left an impact because of the swerve. And I feel like it would be the equivalent of us Gen Wires, I think we're called, to see the finale of Modern Family and Ed O'Neill's character waking up in the Bundy bedroom. That would be like our version, our generation version of that.
it was, I mean, honestly, even now, like it's so cool that, you know, it encompassed like 2 shows. It was like this wasn't an inside joke, but it was just such kind of a crazy thing to do. And this was a famous show. Like this was like a big finale.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's fair to compare like numbers wise, just because, you know, as we go on in the years, there's just more people watching these things. So
Right.
numbers, maybe he doesn't hit that, but people were like ready to see this stuff like they would like a big finale. And yeah, man, I just think it's kind of ballsy too. You know, you got everybody watching, they do this, and it's kind of a funny thing, and it's cool for like as far, especially if you're Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, I just get to like do a callback to my own career as a finale to this show. Dig it, man. Dig Bob Newhart, man. I don't think he gets the flowers he does as we keep going. I don't think people are forgetting, but I'd love to see people like rewatching this like they do other sitcoms because it's good.
And in 1992, The Real World New York premieres on MTV. Season 1, Episode 1, with This Is the True Story. It all begins with small town country girl Julie and her family in Birmingham. Her family is nervous about the whole thing, but Julie is stoked about spending 3 months in the big city. That's where it all started, man.
Hilarity.
Yeah.
It really is where it started, Steve. And I think it is funny to like watch this and compare it to what reality TV is now, because this is tame as hell, dude.
Super tame.
You know, I mean, and it seems like these aren't actors, these are real people. And I'm assuming I'm assuming that hasn't come out, that this was all completely dramatized like it is now. But yeah, it's just funny to watch because I mean, it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. I mean, there's some things that they get into because of the natural, like putting some hayseed chick from Alabama in a New York apartment with people that aren't from Southern America that are non-white.
Yeah. And at the time in 92, this wasn't seen before. So it was kind of a novel idea. We're going to try this out. And it was on MTV, who still had all the cool points. You put in all of these random strangers in a loft, like they say in the intro, when keeping it real goes wrong.
All right. And we do start off with what's her name? Julie, Steve?
Julie.
Julie's a Southern chick from Alabama. We do see her whole family. It's like she's kind of like the main lead into this before we meet everybody else. And I mean, let's just say they haven't seen there's not a lot of mixture going on where they're from, Steve. The dad seems concerned about New York. Yeah. Very helicopter, wants to call at 11 a.m. and p.m. to make sure his daughter's not being deflowered by the city. Even sets up like a weird meeting with the minister. I feel like there's just a lot of weirdness going on.
The minister looks like a slithery reverend. He looks like your typical not good guy pastor. And the dad, he pisses me off. Just when I see a Southern white man with that jaw, that jaw dropping, I just picture all the N-words coming out of that slack jaw. And he has that Southern accent with that just drop. You going out with them colors. Make sure you stay on your block where you're protected, yeah?
A lot of crime up in New York City now. Yeah, that silhouette. I've seen it a lot. Midwestern PA. Northwestern Ohio. When you get into the sticks, it's the same.
I do
They have they're spitting tobacco into like a country crock jar. They're talking about Trump. I forgot God knows what they were talking about before. Jesus. A lot of Jesus. And the Reverend is who really creeped me out because he's like, yeah, you're gonna be tempted in the big city now. Let me touch your hand real quick.
Yeah, before you lift, can I smell it?
So her family's concerned. She's like clearly wants to get the hell out of there. I get it. So she's ready to go. So she's on her way to New York. And we also meet this guy, Eric, Mr. Handsome. He looks like Dan Cortez's freaking understudy, honestly, Steve.
He basically was.
Yeah, he's a model, clearly. Guy's experienced. He's done it all, Steve. And he's just cool. He's kind of like, hell yeah, dude. Definitely on that. He's got the Jamiroquai hat. He's got the swag. He's sitting really comfortably in an empty apartment. He's like the first one that gets to see it. So he's like, damn, son, look at this place.
He's got the Raiders jacket. People used to get clipped for those Raider jackets in school, in middle school.
Yeah.
And that was a hot commodity.
I mean, I'm not, dude, Eric, he can hang, Steve. You want to hang out with Eric, you're going to get a couple of leftovers, after the after party. But so he's in the mix. And then we're just going to go down because basically now everyone's just kind of showing up to the house. So we meet Eric. We meet Becky, who's an NY film student / musician. She's doing good. She's got gigs. She was trying to be a filmmaker. Now she's just trying to feel the music, Steve, feel the streets. Kind of like a
bohemian.
I don't know. She's kind of got like I'm trying to think of like a contemporary person, like a Sheryl Crow vibe almost. She's guess she's plucking a guitar. She's singing some throaty country music.
Yeah.
We meet Kevin, who is like he's a poli sci major, writer, poet. He's intellectual, Steve.
He writes
Kevin,
articles.
Yeah, he's already kind of a journalist. And to be honest with you, this is the guy I want to smoke weed with, to be honest. He seems like this is the one that seems the most like normalized.
Kevin was me.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, okay. Well, Steve in the early 90s.
But except I wasn't from a big city. I went to a predominantly white high school, but that triggered my military mindset. Yeah, you privileged ass mother. Oh.
But Kevin doesn't put up with shit. He's cool. Kevin seems cool. Then we meet Norman, gay dude. I think he was from Michigan. Boo on that. Got out because he got it. He didn't want to be there.
No
and
comment.
He's kind of like living in he's living in New York as an artist, I think. He's just looking really like sexual with a dude at one point in this. I guess it's art. Maybe it's like performance art. I didn't see the pictures.
What, him being gay is performance art?
No, I don't know what his art is though. They just showed him like getting his photos taken. So maybe he's a model.
He likes walking his dog.
He does. But again, nothing like standout here. It's just a dude. It's just a gay dude from New York. He's a man about town, Steve. So he's here. Norman, formerly from Michigan. And then we got Heather, a rapper.
Heather.
She's already got success as a rapper, Steve. They show her music video. She's in a group called Sex and Violence. I was digging the track that I heard. I don't remember it, but I don't know why I do know why she was on the show, though. Got to get a little hit off MTV.
Heather. She's actually a current radio host. She hosts the morning show with Sway in the morning.
No shit.
Yeah.
And Heather's still in it. Still in the life.
So is Kevin. He's a prolific article writer, man. I'm sure you've seen his stuff in like ESPN and of course the Black publications. He's like all over the place. Anything like Black culture related, he's had a hand in.
Kevin, I was wondering if he like stuck with writing. I'll have to look that up.
Oh yeah.
Is he on like any of the ESPN shows, or is it like he's just like an article writer?
not so much the sports. I'm sure he's contributed to like Sports Illustrated, but like he's spoken like if you see a black documentary talking about black pop culture or anything like that, he has like his voice heard on that.
Hell yeah, get paid. All these people, that was the gig. This was the gig after the gig. Like this guy, you like it turned into a whole like lifetime gig. But we're starting off here. We're still meeting everybody. I think Heather the one that brings a gigantic dog into the house, Steve? That's not cool.
I'm not sure.
Somebody
I
has a
thought it
dog.
was Norman.
I thought it was Heather, but it might be Norman. It might be. Somebody brings a dog in, not cool as a roommate.
Tell
Then
me.
then we see Andrew. He kind of looks like Fabio or like Eddie Vedder, early Eddie Vedder. And that's
Typical,
basically what he is, Steve. He's just kind of a grungy dude. He's in a band.
Of course. He has the look, the typical early 90s I'm in a band guy.
So these are the people, Steve. This is what the true story is all about. I think for me, the standout thoughts that I had is when I think of the first season of the show, I always think it's the one with Pedro and Puck, not
San
I always
Francisco.
forget about this. And I just love as Julie, like when we see Julie coming into the city, there's a she gets a ride from the most surly cabbie who's just telling her about the crime, and honestly spends about 25% of the convo talking about horrible crimes he's seen, and the rest of it talking about how hard it is to take a piss.
Welcome to New York.
A lot of turtle trench coats, and I can't find a place to pee, honey. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you think her dad did something to her that she'd rather keep swept under a rug?
I think the Reverend did something to her that she'd rather keep swept under the rug, and probably her dad, for the sake of like being a good Christian man, wants to also keep. You know, it's one of those. It's like a tragic thing where all the men in her life are failing her. I think it's more the Reverend though. I don't think the dad's doing that. He's just like, it's what God wanted, honey. What do you want me to tell you, girl?
Justice for Julie.
Yeah, hell yeah. Julie, and I mean, Julie, honestly, she comes off ignorant in the show, and they have honest conversations where they're like, you know, you're ignorant. So, like, but what I like in this show is, you know, the gay dude, the black people in the show, people that she's never been around in whatever, like, isolated part of the South she's been in. They're not like overtly just angry at her, even though she says some like kind of suspect stuff. Like one of the people's beepers goes off, and she's like, "Oh my god, are you a drug dealer?" It's just, it's
yeah. And that's
so
just
Heather takes that a little bit, but that's just her being like a dumb Southern chick, and she's open to like them giving her some education at least in this episode. I'm sure she keeps doing this,
and they're aware of it too, because I think Heva, and Kevin, they mentioned that, you know, even though she's a Southern, like just a Southerner, I could tell that she's open to learning new things.
Yeah, she asks questions. She doesn't like try to defend her ignorance. She's like, wait, what? I'm wrong? Like, why? Tell me why. It just, I don't know. It's a tough thing to be in the room when it's going on, because you're like, how the fuck are you this? I mean, you're like a preschooler. The fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I've been a white guy in a room where there's people like this, and it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, stop.
And everybody's gearing up to see Becky's gig. I guess she's got a little local gig coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she's a folk singer.
Yeah, that's a good general like genre, I would say, once we see what it is. But she's stressing. She gets a call like the day before, and the story is she only has like 30 minutes to learn a song that she's never done before this gig. So she's cramming. Matt Gettick gets that fully. I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
She's nervous. You can tell. And one thing, just as somebody who's done something on stage once, if you're doing something for the first time, or you're meeting people for the first time and then doing this gig, don't invite them all to the thing. You're just setting yourself up for failure. But, Steve, through all the trials and tribulations, I don't even know what this gig is, because it seems like there's like a real like soul music there's a beautiful black woman singing in like a glittery dress, and then they're like, girl, we got somebody else out here to do something. Give it
Yeah,
up for this frumpy little girl.
it doesn't match. It looked like the sister that introduced her looked like she was in a Motown show, and then here comes Joni Mitchell strumming on her acoustic.
MTV paid us a whole grip of money to put this bitch on stage, y'all. Give it up for Becky.
Swimming trees and orcas and little plastic pieces that go into the ocean.
Lesbian seagull.
Yeah, basically.
And but for all the stress, Steve, I guess she knocks it out of the park. Everyone's
Yeah.
really impressed. Norm's really impressed, Steve.
I could see her being the next Janet Jackson. Like, I think it sucks, but like that's not. I'm not the best reviewer or critic of this kind of music. I guess for its standards, it was great. It was a success of a show.
If you like Mama Cass, Becky is gonna just blow
Yeah.
you out of the water.
The mamas and the papas.
So yeah, so I mean, we get some racial discussions. We get Becky doing a gig, and other than just a few like kind of just ignorant things from Julie, all's right with the world. And they're setting up a little romance between her and Eric also. But at the end of this,
Boy toy.
yeah, he's just Eric, the sexy boy.
He's got like a workout series too. That's kind of the last I've heard of him. Like he springboarded from this into like that MTV club show where people are dancing. He was like the host of that. And like lately I've seen him do like P90X kind of workouts. So he's still at it.
He's still got abs.
Yeah, he's the like you can't be a sloppy built guy and be like a fitness instructor, of course.
Okay, well, I mean that's a triumph, honestly. That's for Jesus.
Yeah.
30
Shout out
years
Eric
he's
Nies.
had, Steve. I mean, that's a triumph in and of itself. And also guaranteed right around this time and after Real World when he was doing the club stuff, he was wearing overalls with no shirt under it, just like abbed out.
Marky
I guarantee-
Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
We're wicked funky.
The drawers. Push on. Yeah, shout out to Eric. And also I love at the end of this because Julie starts like charming everybody, and they're like, yeah, she's just so charming, and so charming that she like runs up on these bikers in New York and is like charming them to give her a ride. And the last shot of this first episode is Julie getting a ride from some grungy New York City just sloppy biker, and as she's being taken away, the other sloppy biker that was with Big Stud or whatever the dude's name was is like, did she pack birth control? And that's it.
Nah, Big Daddy Birmingham wouldn't appreciate that too much. I do declare, I will say.
She's his property now, so y'all need to get the fuck out.
Just as long as you're not around them colors. I showed you Miss Amos and Andy. Those were some good colors.
But I mean, tame is all I can say. You compare this to any shitty reality TV show now or whenever in the last like decade, really, it's nothing compared to this. This is just a nice, peaceful discussion between young adults, Steve.
We haven't slapped women yet. We haven't like
They're not drunk 24/7, just getting semi-naked where they have to blur everything. Which I mean, I enjoyed that too. I enjoy a nice like dumpster fire.
We haven't seen future professional wrestlers yet. We haven't seen pulling the towel off or pulling the sheets off of somebody and they're calling it borderline grape. We haven't done baby tonight. I see no other guy that you. We haven't gotten there yet, but this is where it all started.
Dwee babu dwee babu dwee. We'll get there, Steve. Well, dwee babu dwee babu dwa.
And on that same day in 1992, ABC is airing the final episode of MacGyver. 7 seasons, 139 episodes, plus 2 TV films.
RDA getting his full props, Steve.
As he should.
I mean, did Richard Dean Anderson ever do anything past MacGyver? That's my one question. I'm not fully into the RDA catalog.
Well, first of all, he didn't need to,
No, that's
but
what I'm saying. Like, this is it. This is the legacy you want to leave. I'm
well,
just wondering
he's
if you ever tried to, just grace Hollywood with his presence again.
well, he started off in General Hospital as Dr. Jeff Weber for 611 episodes. So he was on the same set with Uncle Jesse as Blackie.
Yeah, that's never gonna get over hearing that.
In Stargate.
Oh yeah, he did get Stargate. You're right.
So he's
Spin-off of the movie that you hate.
oh yeah.
Dude, just shout out, man. I didn't watch this last episode, but I'm assuming we got some explosions. I'm assuming he's disarming something or creating some sort of neutralizing device using like a paper clip and a matchstick,
Toothpick.
couple of pieces of bubble gum they chewed, maybe an ass hair. Maybe an ass hair as a fuse from
Coochies and assholes.
Give me 3 ass hairs from Christina Ricci immediately. She doesn't have any, MacGyver. Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. But we've watched this show quite a bit, and I've always been thrilled, to be honest with you. This is not as quality to me as a Quantum Leap. I've grown to love that a little bit more than MacGyver, but I mean, MacGyver, dude. What else can we say?
That following year, 1993, Hot Shots Part 2 premieres, a Rambo parody in which Topper Harley leads a rescue team into Iraq to save Iraqi war prisoners and all other previous rescue teams. Directed by Jim Abrams, starring Charlie Sheen, Lloyd Bridges, Valeria Galino, Brenda Back, and Richard Crenna.
Ballerina
Galino.
Hola.
Big Top Pee-wee.
So if Hot Shots 1 was the Top Gun spoof, this is the Rambo 3 spoof, Steve. This is the explosions galore, guns galore spoof that we've all wanted. And I got to give it up to the Sheen boys in general. Emilio and Charlie, they know how to do a spoof movie, Steve. These guys know comedy.
Totally. And shout out to Jim Abrams, man. You could probably say that Mel Brooks is the GOAT of directing these, but a close second is Jim Abrams, because he's done this. He did Hot Shots. Well, not Hot Shots. He did Naked Gun.
Yeah. That is a good comparison, but I actually like this one more than the first one. I love them both. This is so wacky, Steve. I mean, animals become guns. I love we get to see Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen seeing each other in character in this. Love that little tidbit where he's like, I love you in Wall Street. Love that. And yeah, dude. Hot Shots. It's got to be top 3 spoof movies. I mean, Scary Movie. And I mean, well, that's tough because we got
a movie or series, spoof series.
That's a good designation. I think we go spoof series.
Oh, it's Mount Rushmore.
Mel Brooks, his whole catalog is like top notch. But these are so wacky, though. You know what I mean?
Over the top for sure. Crazy
Slapstick, but Sheen's great in it. The chicks are hot in it. The action's hilarious. This was a regular rental from the library, from Way Public Library of all places, Steve. Shout out.
Way.
Way.
How much do you weigh?
Enough to just pay for the fines for me holding this movie too long, Steve. But it was great. I love it. So that's all I can say. Part deux.
On that same day in 1993, Sliver premieres. A book editor has an affair with a high-tech voyeur in an exclusive Manhattan apartment building. Directed by Philip Noyce, starring Sharon Stone, William Baldwin, Tom Berenger, and Martin Landau.
Hey, Steve, this is my face when I watch this. This is a naughty movie, Steve. This was a Jack flick for Matt back in the day. If I could get my hands on a copy of Sliver,
Them titty nibbles, baby.
it's getting steamy in the basement.
Yeah, this is a precursor to Ring cameras. Maybe the inventor saw this movie. It's like, you know what? Might be onto something, because that's really what it is. It's like multiple Ring cameras for all these various apartments.
I mean, Billy Baldwin just likes to fucking watch, Steve. That's all it really comes down to. He's got a whole building set up just so in the case that he's banging, he's got a full array of cameras of different angles, all the good ones, some of the bad ones. And he's getting naughty with it. And that's speaking of families of talent in Hollywood, these Baldwin boys back in the day before they crumbled, we had 4 Baldwins just running Hollywood, Steve. Obviously, Alex, top notch.
The most decorated.
Steven was for a while on the up and coming where you thought like someone's going to pop with this guy. And he did kind of pop. And then you got the lower tier Baldwins. William Billy Baldwin, who was here to give you the Baldwin looks that you want. And some of the acting chops, he's more for like if you want to see him fuck on camera type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daniel Baldwin's just there. Like, if you got $60, you can get a Baldwin,
I feel like they all started off life with the same face, and then over time, they all look like what they've been through.
Yeah, Danny Baldwin he's got the face, but the body just turned into mush. Like 99 Vampires movie with James Woods, that's as good as it's gonna get for him. But
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It's sad because he's kind of chunk in that. But yeah, dude, Billy Baldwin just getting naughty, freaky naughty with it in this. Tom Berenger also just coming on hella strong in this movie as well. I forgot Tom Berenger's in this.
Same. He's trying to save her life.
Well, yeah, and I don't know, like throwing Tom Berenger's just gruesome mug in a sexual thriller like this, it just kind of is a bummer because he's got it's like somebody attacked him the same way they attacked Seal. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got those same he's got character in his face, and it's like not what you want to see in a sexual thriller. Is all I'm saying.
It's more fitting to be a catcher for the Cleveland Indians than being in a sexual erotic thriller.
Yeah, or like a psychotic general in Vietnam who's collecting ears,
or a psychotic substitute teacher.
Yeah, hell yeah. But you want a jacket? Watch it. It's confusing, very erotic. My favorite scene is the scene at the restaurant where an old couple gets a full-on just voyeuristic view of Sharon Stone showing titty in a public place, taking her panties off and giving it to Billy Baldwin in a public place just because he asked, because it's part of some weird sex game they're playing. And
yeah, I want to play that game.
Hot stuff. I mean, and I got to give it up to Sharon Stone too, dude. Sharon Stone, especially back here where we're talking about like Basic Instinct and this, hell yeah. That's all I got to say. Hell yeah, Steve.
And then in 1995, Simpsons is airing season 6, episode 25, Who Shot Mr. Burns, part 1. After Mr. Burns steals oil from Springfield Elementary and blocks out the sun, an unknown person shoots him. Hey, excellent.
This is Mr. Burns at his most dastardly, Steve.
This is one of them ones, Matt.
Yeah, this is definitely top 10. And this was a huge thing when it came out, too, because there's a cliffhanger. You thought you didn't know whether Mr. Burns is going to die. I think they alluded to maybe a character not coming back after this, which everybody assumed, or I don't know. I forget the specifics, but everyone was guessing who it was. Big cliffhanger, Steve, for The Simpsons.
Yeah. And we see Skinner, Principal Skinner's at school, and he smells something rank coming from one of the classrooms. So when he goes in, he sees a dead gerbil.
Super dude, Steve. It's a glass gerbil of one of the grades. Tragedy. And you also got to get rid of that stank body, Steve, because they were on break or something. They come back. This thing's reeking. So he throws it at Willie to get rid of. So Willie, maybe you take it outside. He's too busy of a man for that. So he just starts digging in the basement or like the closet he's in. And as he digs his little rat grave or gerbil grave, strikes some oil, Steve. Texas tea.
And it erupts into the classrooms. It makes Ralph like blow through the ceiling.
Yeah, it's destroying stuff. I think yeah, I mean, it's wreaking havoc, Steve. The school's destroyed. Principal Skinner's not really sure where his job lies because, that caused a lot of damage. But before we go to the repercussions, we cut to Mr. Burns' office, and he needs to get a package, lickety split, mailed, Steve. Priority to Pete in Pasadena or somebody like that. And it just makes it down the shit rolls downhill at a company. And this package changes hands 15 times. Last guy that gets it is Homer. The job was to mail this package to Pete in Pasadena, but Homer, being the idiot he is, mistook the return address, which is obviously the office, to so he thought he needed to deliver this to Mr. Burns. So he brings the package. Mr. Burns is pissed. And to make matters a little bit worse, Mr. Burns just doesn't remember his name, Steve. They've had thousands of interactions, and Mr. Burns, drawing a blank. Who are you?
Smithers, who is this nincompoop? And as he's talking to Burns, Homer has a little milligram weight dropped on his head.
And that was supposed to be a trap door, but the buttons, Steve, they're just not working correctly. And that's because Smithers, everybody's effing up in Monty's world. So Homer's feeling it. Burns is going to start making a lot of people angry, Steve. And this is one of those dominoes. And then we cut to the school. Superintendent Chalmers shows up to really tear Skinner a new one.
Seymour.
But before he can, they find out this oil strike, rich.
It's the richest elementary school in the state. And then we cut back to Mr. Burns. He's like, a nonprofit organization with oil? I can't allow it.
That stinks to him. And he's actually exercising, you'd think. And then you pull back and you see that he's on a stationary bike for two, which I've never seen. And he's letting Smithers do all the work, Steve.
I bet Norman from Real Roar has one of those.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go. And so, Monty's not feeling it. He tells Smithers, do another 20. Let's think on this. And while Smithers is doing that extra 20 on the bike, Monty goes and plays a little pinball in the back. Just, he's tired.
And cut back to Homer. He's talking to Lenny and Carl. Don't worry. He always screws up people's names.
Yeah, Homer's really taking this rough. Sticking in his craw, Steve. So, cut back to the school, and Chalmers and Skinner are trying to think of how to use this money. And they make a couple of jokes, like, well, maybe we should pay for everyone's college. And they, yeah. Yeah. So now it's time to open it up for requests, I guess. So we see like a montage of everybody asking for and getting something approved. So Willie, he wants a new like crystal slop bucket and a new soiled blanket. The one he's got's too soiled. He wants a new soiled blanket, which doesn't make sense. Approved, Steve.
I want one too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Lunch lady Doris, her staff wants to get rid of the mice. Yeah, she, because of this, wants to get rid of her staff. Approved. It's pretty dope. I mean, I love this, Steve. I'd ask for a raise first, but addition by subtraction. Lisa, she comes in. She wants a new music teacher. And coincidentally, she has a connection to a guy who would be great. So in walks legendary Mamba King Tito Puente, Steve.
Yeah, that's
Papa
convenient.
Mambo. And he's ready to just like get out of the Mambo scene. It's just stale. So he wants to get into teaching. Tito Puente, he's approved, Steve. Oh, that's a bag. That's a bag.
Ralph wants chocolate microscopes.
Oh yeah.
I don't want double guitars, but dude, you're the bus driver. How do you even have a request?
Dude, he'd be like Mad Max. He's ghost riding the bus, shredding on a double neck guitar. That's cool. And then Skinner, yeah, he wants more rubber stamps. He's easy to please. That's not going to take much out of the bank. So they got plenty left. And then they're like, there's one person left, and you think it's one of the bullies. I forget his name.
Jimbo.
And but looks like he got hit with like an age ray or something. He's old, Steve. And then you look a little closer, and it's Mr. Burns. He's trying to blend in, look like a high schooler.
Sign off on the well. Sign off your oil well to the local energy firms. Well,
Skinner ain't having it. So Mr. Burns is like, yeah, that's cool. Guess I'll just have to attack you.
And he's just pawing away. Smithers, come help me subdue this beast.
Smithers just gets a stapler and just starts wasting staples at him. He might get him in the eye, but Skinner's like, just stop embarrassing yourself and wasting those staples. Thank you. Come again.
And now the Simpsons are having dinner. Homer hates his job because his boss doesn't even know him. So Marge has this idea of what happened when her dad was courting her mom. He would send her candy and a letter, a card. And Homer's like, it's not your idea.
She's just trying to help, Steve.
That's it.
She's trying to help. Then we cut to Mr. Burns' office. He's still on this oil thing, Steve. He's got to get his hands, he's got to get his little mitts on this oil. But then he gets sidetracked because he's got his little telescope out and he sees this little kid eating candy. He wants to steal some candy from this kid. And instead of that, Smithers is like, boss, there's some candy right here. Little gift box. And it's a gift box that Homer sent, well, by proxy of Marge, to Mr. Burns. So they open it up. It's beautiful chocolate, Steve. And as they're really inhaling chocolate like a fatty, we see that there's a picture that's revealing itself. Very clever. And we're seeing that the Simpsons are actually the picture under the chocolate. So they eat like 15. They see Maggie. Mr. Burns is like, oh, there's Maggie. There's that little baby. It even knows the Simpsons dog, Steve. He even recognized the freaking dog. But they eat it all. They eat the whole box. I've been there. Me and my wife do this all the time. They get to that last. There's always one disgusting thing in the Russell Stovers. You know what I'm talking about. It's got something.
Yes.
Some gross mush in it. And they see that, and conveniently it's covering Homer's head in this photo. So they give all the respect to all the Simpsons except Homer, which was the point. And then they just throw the box with that one thing in it covering Homer just in the trash. So there's no chance that they're going to put that together.
Smithers, write a thank you note to Marge, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, and Santa's little helper, the Simpsons mutt.
And then we cut to Springfield Elementary, and this is the day, Steve. This is the day when they turn the oil well on, right?
Oil Appreciation Day.
And this is it. This is when all the money starts coming in. So as they're switching on this oil pump, just a little, and I mean, we've all been here, Steve. We're in our 40s. A little driblet comes out. You know, it's just a little, yeah, just a little. It's not getting any distance.
Cocaine piss.
Exactly. It's just a little droplet. And turns out there's no pressure in the well. And this guy who's like the tech is like, somebody else has dug the well. So there's there will be bloodshed happening here, Steve. Somebody else is drinking the milkshake of Springfield Elementary.
It's going to the Burns Slant Drilling Company, and it's going everywhere. It's shooting throughout Springfield. It shoots Bart's treehouse. It just destroys it. And now we cut to Maggie. She's alerting Marge of what's going on. In the next scene, we see they're at the vet. Santa Little Helper's handicapped now.
He's got the wheelie thing, Steve. I mean, this is rules enough. Here again, another domino. Somebody else that Burns is pissed off, right? This is all leading up to something. So now the Simpsons got another. This is getting personal, as if it wasn't personal enough as it was. So Burns, he figured it out. He's the rich tyrant, Steve. This is how it always works. Tale as old as time. It happened in the movie I just referenced. He's got the oil, and there's nothing they can do about it.
We
He's shooting loads of oil all over the town, Steve. Seen it 1,000 times.
And we cut to the staff, and Willie's pissed now. The demands aren't going to be met for any of the staff. I'll kill that Mr. Burns and wound that Mr. Smithers.
Tito Puente, he's pissed, Steve. And you know he's got that Latin Latino heat coming. So another one that's pissed in Springfield. Cut back to the Simpsons. They get the thank you from Mr. Burns. It doesn't have Homer in it. He's pissed. He's losing it, Steve.
Step outside for a sec, kids.
Yeah, he throws out a cloud of profanity. Flanders almost poops himself, Steve.
Kind of like how Martin went off on the radio show that one time when Weehaw
yeah. So more people, more angered people. Cut to Moe's, Steve. Barney and the bar rats. You know, Moe's has gotten a little weird because this oil rig is right next to it. And there's, on top of the weird ambiance that they got cultivated at Moe's, there's like a cloud of funk, Steve. Toxic fumes, you might call it. And it's cool they're getting high off of them, but Moe's trying to charge them for the high.
You get high on the fumes.
And as you know, they're trying to figure that out. The bar just gets straight shut down, Steve. So Moe gets his heat out from behind the bar. He gets a little shotgun. Barney, who I think the bar's as important to, he pulls out his hooker pistol, and it's game on, Steve.
We cut to the retirement home, and Abe, his bedroom, the whole retirement home just crumbles.
Yeah, the drilling that Burns did caused some cavity below the retirement home, so it's a sinkhole. So retired people pissed, Steve. They're getting they're getting their Metamucil, they're getting it all ready to go.
We cut back to Smithers and Burns, and he's seeing the whole town destroyed. But that's not it. Burns has the grand plan of blocking the sun. He plans on blocking the sun, and Smithers does not agree with any of this. He's trying to take Mr. Burns off the ledge throughout this episode. It's like, what about the plants? The trees, the owls would have excessive hooting, would drive us crazy. What about the sundial? There'd be no use of a sundial. ...
But Smithers, you can't get through to Burns. Burns fires him. Smithers is left in ruins, spurned by his ex-lover. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
And another person angry. But, you know, Mr. Burns, he's just checking people. It's Kill Bill at this point. He's got the old people. He's got the nonprofits. He's got the bread, Steve. And the only thing left is that just pesky sun, which, you know, one could argue it all. He could also make money off that because of the AC and whatnot, but I get it. He's evil. You know, it makes sense.
And Marge even says he's selfish. And as the family's deliberating over all of this, they talk to the person behind the newspaper thinking it's Homer, but it's Abe, Grandpa.
Ah! We thought your dad had melted.
Yeah. Well, I'm living here now.
Yeah, so he's living there. Everybody's pissed about that. You know, that's going to cause a lot of problems. So Homer's not there, so we cut to where he is and where Homer is, Steve. Let me say that a little clearly. And he's in his car, just pissed, rage driving. We've all been here. You're just having an argument with somebody in his head. He's pissed off. So he's so pissed off by the just ghosts of Mr. Burns just taking him down in his head that he crashes through like the barrier into work, Steve.
He drives through the gate, yeah, and he sneaks into Burns' office, and he tries to spray paint Homer was here or something like that, but the lights turn on, and Mr. Burns again, who in the devil are you? Homer's had enough.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, he charges him and just shakes the shit out of him. I'm Homer Simpson. I'm Homer Simpson. Oh, calm down. What are you talking?
And he gets dragged away, Steve, like a psycho fan. And he's threatening violence on Mr. Burns the whole way down the hallway. So another person losing it to Mr. Burns. Cut back to the Simpsons. They're unpacking Grandpa's stuff. And just like a little side thing, they find out that Grandpa's packing heat, Steve. He's got a piece. Bart's playing with it. Marge isn't having it. She takes it and she says she's going to bury that thing out in the backyard. ... Right?
And now we see Mayor Quimby. I guess they're holding a gun control conference.
It's a town hall, I think, about Mr. Burns because of all these shenanigans.
Okay.
His plan is, I have a very strongly worded email that I will give to his constituency, and hopefully they will give it to him. He doesn't have a lot of balls, Steve. He doesn't want to stand up, but everybody else does and explain why Mr. Burns has ruined their life. You know, this whole town's in ruins.
Smithers is an alcoholic. Willie's, he's pissed that he's not getting his crystal slop bucket. Abe, he's lost his retirement home. Mo lost his bar. Barney lost Mo's bar. Everyone's pissed.
Maggie's pissed. She's aggressively hitting that pacifier, and you can tell. So everyone's throwing out these grievances, and then like a villain in a Western, Monty Burns just walks in, just, oh, hello. My ears are burning. but you know, everybody like turns around. Bart goes at him, and dude pulls a piece, Steve. He flashes the piece.
Fuck around and find out.
You feel lucky, Bart? So he's like, look, guys, I don't think any of you got the balls, right? Like, I got the gun. It is what it is. So
that's what I thought.
Yeah, basically. And then he's like, you know what else is cool? I'm about to make the sun turn off at 3 p.m. Check this out. And he does it, Steve. He is a James Bond villain. He reached that status of rich guy.
I like how Krusty comes back from Reno. He's like, hey, what did I miss? Like, who goes to the town hall meeting coming from out of town? Is that because I always do that, I guess.
He's in a great mood, but then he's like, oh, weird vibe. So now it is what it is, Steve. Monty goes to enjoy for an eternally twilighted out Springfield, which he thinks is heaven on earth, because no light means these city lights are on 24/7. Everybody's got their lights on in their house 24/7. Who's paying me for that? Everyone. So this is all money in the bank, Steve. This is Vince McMahon and everybody.
I feel like celebrating. And he's getting his Fred Astaire on. He's dancing around the lampposts and jingling on the sidewalks. And then all of a sudden, Marge hears a loud bang.
And then we see, because we see Burns go into an alley and be like, who are you? And you hear kind of like a scuffle, and then you hear this gunshot. Monty comes out kind of like muttering and passes out in a specific way on the sundial. And everyone around in town's like, oh my God. Marge points out, we're all suspects. And then sinister music plays as we see everybody in, Springfield, and everybody's mad, everybody's got a gripe. And, and then we cut to Dr. What's his name?
Herbert?
Hibbert. Yeah,
Hibbert.
Doc Hibbert. And he's just laughing. He's like, he does his like signature laugh, and he's like, well, of course it couldn't be me. Could it be you? And that's it, Steve.
Well, he says, I can't possibly solve the mystery. Can you?
That's it.
Thinks he's Yeah, we think he's pointing at us, but he's actually talking to Wiggum.
But this was it, Steve. How long did we have to wait for the next episode? I didn't look that up.
The summer, which actually it aired 1995 on my birthday. Like I turned 12 that day.
Hell yeah, what a great birthday.
Yeah, this was big news, man. I remember this being on the front of TV Guide. There was that anticipation, and this is our generation's version of Who Shot JR, which is what all of this is spoofed off of. Happened in the early 80s, and Who Shot Mr. Burns, man, it was just as big of a deal for us 90s kids.
Yeah, hell yeah. And like you said, everywhere. Who Shot Mr. Burns t-shirts, TV guides, with multiple different covers of the Who that you thought did it.
Yep.
And what were we, 6 seasons in now in this? And it's fully become part of the lexicon at this point. It was so good. And I mean, we talk about it all the time when we talk Simpsons. It's still going. So, but this is landmark. This is one of those, like, you can't miss it.
And also in 1995, WCW was airing Slamboree 95 from the Bayfront Arena in St. Wienersburg, Florida.
That's a good name, Steve. Slamboree.
Yeah.
This could be hit or miss, Steve. We're getting close to some greatness in WCW, but going down this, I'm seeing Kevin Sullivan in something. That's not a great sign.
Nope.
Legends match. That's huge red flag. Wahoo McDaniel.
Can I tell you about the Legends match, Matt? So the Legends match, I don't know if this was a reoccurring thing, but it was Wahoo McDaniel versus Dirty Dick Murdoch. And Dirty Dick Murdoch, they've said in the rumor mill that he was a KKK member. And and get this, the match was done in black and white. And I'm so glad Vince beat y'all's ass, WCW, this being one of the reasons. We're 1 year removed from NWO, and what a world of a difference it made. You got Chief Wahoo. Nobody cared either. Nobody gave a damn. And here's Chief Wahoo McDaniel.
Motherfucker, you got Ric Flair and stuff. Just use that. Why are you bringing who the hell is Wahoo McDaniel? Was this a white guy that was like pulling off a Native American shtick, Steve?
No, I think he really had Native American roots, but that description definitely fits Dirty Dick Murdoch. He just looks like a Southern, just cornbread fed with breasticles. He looks disgusting. And this is 95, bro. We've already had Ultimate Warrior, Rick Rude. We've seen some Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, and you got Dirty Dick Murdoch in your pay-per-view with black and white
bodies. Sloppy Dick Murdoch, Steve.
I'm so
he looks
glad.
Like Julie's dad from Real World. Episode.
Horrible. Dirty Dick. That's your name. Like,
I mean, I like that name, Steve.
Dirty
Dick. God damn it. I like that. I like the the vibe of that, but we can't have a KKK guy represent that name, such a great name.
Yeah, like nobody cared throughout this match. And speaking of using Ric Flair, the main event was Ric Flair and Vader versus Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Like, we haven't seen that enough. And in this match, Hogan and Savage win, but Flair and Vader end up jumping everybody. They beat Jimmy Hart's ass. And then Randy's dad, who was inducted into this Legends Hall of Fame in the middle of all of this, he comes out. They start beating his ass.
Randy Savage's dad?
Yeah, Angelo Poffo, he's a wrestling
Oh,
legend. He was
okay.
from much earlier times, man, and that's why he got inducted. So yeah, man, just we're
Can I
getting
ask
there
one
though.
other thing though, Steve? Because there's a match with Kevin Sullivan involving what I'm seeing as the man with no name. Who is that?
Oh, that's Brother Brutai, aka
No,
Booty Man. Yeah, he's had so many names. The Disciple.
the man with no name. Jesus Christ. Well, you know what, Steve? They had to do some to fill time before they got to NWO. So just, let them cook. Let Ted Turner and Eric Bischoff cook a little bit.
They'll figure it out eventually. But also in 1996, the Wallflowers released Bringing Down the Horse. And then also in 1996, Soundgarden releases Down on the Upside. And to me, this is the one.
I gotta disagree and say Super Unknown tops this album, but
You think so?
this has some heaters on it, Steve.
You know what? You might be right because that's the one
Super
with
Unknown had some
Man.
Spoon Man, Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
It's front to back. There's some that you could skip, but listening, I was on a trip to Chicago. I listened to this album on my way home, and I gotta say, man, Chris Cornell for me might be my top '90s frontman.
Call me Roos, dirty face, pretty news is pretty hate, and I don't like what you got me. That's my shit, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. That one, and there's another one on here, Burden in My Hand. That one's good
Mhm.
too. OJ's theme song. Me and my friends used to make jokes about that when we listened to that song. But this was the follow up to Super Unknown. This was the follow up to Black Hole Sun, which I'm not a historical person like with Soundgarden. I'm sure they had albums before Super Unknown, but to me, one of my favorite albums of all time. Hard to live up to that, but the bangers on this bang, Steve.
Blow up the outside. Blow up the outside.
And I saw that you strategically didn't mention the Wallflowers. Listen to that. Me in the 90s hated it. Me as an old man, kind of digging it, Steve.
Oh God.
Kind of digging it.
Oh God.
It's got some douchey videos, but come on, man. What is it? Tragedy on 6th Street or whatever it is? Come on.
Jesus fucking Christ. That same day in 1996, Too Short releases Getting It, and this was promoted as his final album. I'd like to think this was a way of marketing, maybe, because there's no way he came out with like a dozen more albums after this. But this right here is probably my favorite Too Short album, man. I've added every song on this.
I mean, it's got George Clinton in it. It's got like the funkadelic kind of vibe to it. But I don't think I necessarily have a favorite Too Short album. He's so prolific. I mean, through the decades. It's hilarious that he said this was going to be his last. Would he take like a day off?
He took a day off and came right back into
it. Biatch. I mean,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was right on the money. He literally came out with a dozen after this album.
How many damn albums does Too Short have in his lifetime? What?
20 plus.
Jesus.
Dude, he's got a gang of out. Well, he came out in the early 80s, bro. We were just born when he dropped his first album.
I want somebody to be responsible for cataloging and digitizing and like librarying his full catalog is like some sort of artifact of historical value. Bay Area rap? I mean, come on. There's got to be some kind of library of like Congress for the Bay Area, at least him, all the West Coast rappers. But up in the Bay Area, like I feel like he's the first one, right?
I mean, depending on who you ask, some might say E40, but this guy, he actually started before E40. They both started in the 80s, though.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from E40 at all, and he's as if not more. But Yeah, dude. And also, these guys are both like any. We're just talking about Too Short, so let's bring it back to him. Bring him on one of your songs too. Love that. He's one of those people too. He does a cameo. It's a hit.
Yeah.
Just have him say biatch. I mean, that's all you need, really.
That's his favorite word. Why you got to say it like short? But in 1997, NBC is airing the final episode of Wings, and that would last for way longer than it should. 8 seasons, 172 episodes.
Tragic final episode, Steve, where they get hijacked and they fly the plane into the World Trade Center. How did they see it coming, Steve? No, this wasn't on the level of a Who Shot Mr. Burns. You didn't like the show. It's cute.
I like it. I didn't think it should last as long as it did, because growing up, do you remember any of your friends saying like, "Oh man, did you see the Wings episode last night?" I never, in all of my years of living, I do not recall that ever happening from any of my friends, relatives, anyone saying that. I've never heard those words.
I don't even think Thomas Hayden Church has ever heard those words, or Monk. Everyone's like, "Dude, I loved you in whatever." He's like, "I was in Wings." They're like, "What?"
Hey, yeah.
Is it a show about angels or something? What is it? But they had their time. They got a Nantucket. I'm sure maybe I don't know how this ended, but I bet both brothers had beautiful wives. And they just sold the business and they lived their life in Nantucket, Steve, with that guy watching them have sex.
Yeah, they did porn. But also in 97, Radiohead would release OK Computer. And I feel like we've covered this before only because there were multiple dates. But damn it, I want to talk about it again because it's one of my favorite albums. It's
really?
Yeah. I'm a Radiohead stan, Matt. Like, this is considered their opus, man. And this is also a change in their sound. When they first started, they were like a traditional rock band. But OK Computer, they started experimenting with synthesizers and all these other outwardly sounds.
See, that's what I always kind of like associated with like trippy stuff, but I don't know. I told you, I admitted fully honest that I was digging the Wallflowers. I tried to listen to this on the road trip and I was not digging this, Steve. I kept skipping songs.
But you listened to the Wallflowers before OK Computer?
I mean, I was going in order, Steve. Give me a damn break. Right?
But you like that shit, but OK Computer, you're just like, that's where you stop.
I don't get it, man. I don't get Radiohead. It's just not, it doesn't hit my ear correctly. I understand they got a lot of success, clearly a lot of diehard fans, because I'm looking at one right now, but yeah, man, it's sad. I feel bad now. You're kind of making me feel embarrassed, but
you should.
Strong, Steve. I'm gonna stand tall.
Everybody poke fun at Matt.
Dylan, hit me up, bro. Let's party, bro. I'm digging that.
If anything, Matt, Paranoid Android, it has one of the most killer riffs. Down, 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 down. Dude,
give me a hit of acid. That sounds like some stuff that you'd love, like take 18 bong rips, sit in a chair and just like vibe out a little bit. Cool, but you put this on in a party, this ain't gonna like get the crowd bumping, Steve. Nobody's gonna be like, what the hell is this?
It's a party full of losers. My kind of party. It's Radiohead hits. Come on, rain down. Come on, rain down.
I want Wallflower on the fucking ones and twos, and I want Sliver in the background on two stones showing that voluptuous booty. Just smacking Bill Baldwin.
Come on, rain down. Come on, rain. Come on, rain
like
down.
A really well-lit, like overhead, like light bathroom, and just listen to that naked, like the D'Angelo video.
As the suds drip from my pectorals. Come on, rain down. And they were on the best episode of South Park. So that should be taken into consideration. The best, Matt.
Don't cry, cry, baby. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they get some bona fides for that. Hell yeah.
Salute to Tom York and company. But what are the callbacks for this week?
I'm trying to remember if I talked about this, Steve. Did I talk about the new Mortal Kombat movie? Did we talk
Last
about
week?
that? Okay.
You said it sucked.
Yeah, it's terrible. Sorry, I forgot about that. I don't got a lot of callbacks, Steve. I was watching fucking Sliver just getting boned up. So my callback is, hey, Billy Baldwin. Nice job, dude. You lived that dream. So shout out to Billy and all the Baldwins. I think they need our support more than ever, Steve. Now
Boned up, huh?
Dude, Sharon Stone in this time period, Steve. This is my sensation. Well, she's not sensational, Sherry, Steve. Everybody wanted this, including Billy Baldwin, and he got it, Steve. On cam.
Everyone wants sensational Sherry, Matt. Even you. But you were boned up, but not boned enough to have nocturnal emissions. I did. I was there. You were never there.
I wish I had one. It seems like a fucking awesome thing to happen in your life. You just wake up and it's already done.
It's actually not.
Fantastic.
You wake up and you feel like the biggest piece of shit, honestly. So be thankful. Be merry. Man, this is something that was like long overdue, man. In the last episode, I wanted to give a shout out to Ted Turner. He was a OG, man. When it comes to Atlanta, he basically put on for the city, as they would say. Originally from Ohio, he's a Cincinnati boy, and he started a lot of stuff, man. He is the reason why a lot of people not from Atlanta are Atlanta Braves fans in the 90s. We were able to see all the Hawks games. And again, man, even though he's a capitalist, he started WCW, and he just seemed like a good guy, man. I actually watched the interview with him on David Letterman's show from years ago, and just having a laugh. He seemed like he had a good sense of humor. And I know billionaires are all evil, but he's one of the people I felt like had a kind heart, for what it's worth, as a billionaire. And I also want to give a shout out to Donald Gibb. He's infamously known as Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, and he's been in other stuff like that Rob Van Dam or Jean-Claude Van Damme movie we talked about. But yeah, man, RIP to both of those legends. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please tell your sister she should be getting it. Get it while the getting is good, you funky biatch. Check out Splat Attack, our new friends, as well as Food Show Fanatics, Crushgasm every Wednesday with Kendra G, our guy Clark the Shark on Podcastle, and Wrestling with Ronzilla on TikTok. This is Steve G and Matt G with
Happened in the 90s. This one's for you, Ted. Let's me pouring one out for Ted.